It's the penultimate MasterChef The Professionals. After 6 weeks of grueling competition, Mark, Gareth, and Luke are the last chefs standing. Tonight, in a remote town in northeast Italy, their culinary minds will be blown, cooking for one of the world's most groundbreaking chefs.
We've given them challenges beyond their expectations, but this is as big as it gets.
Northern Italy, famed for its dramatic Dolomite peaks and Alpine meadows. In its northeastern reaches lies Brunico, a small, picturesque town in the province of South Tyrol. And proud home to a 16th century manor house restaurant transforming the future of gastronomy. Atelier Moessmer. At the helm is groundbreaking chef Norbert Niederkofler.
The philosophy of the restaurant is cook the mountain, which sounds very romantic, but it's very complex because you have to think in a completely different way.
Norbert was born in Largo, a small Italian village nestled in the Dolomite Mountains.
It was great for us as kids to grow up there because, you know, you could play out in the fields, you could play out in the forest, and so there was absolutely no danger. We had a little shop where my mother was selling everything what you needed in a small village. So I grew up in this ambience and I loved it all the time. Later, I wanted to explore, so I was doing a lot of mountain climbing to see how high you can go, and especially to see really what ingredients is there. There's lots of ingredients up on the mountain. This is one of the main reasons why I became a chef.
At just 17, Norbert went to train at a culinary college in Germany. And after graduating, went on to travel the world.
And I went to Switzerland, and from Switzerland I went to US, Mexico, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Belize, and Honduras. And so I was working in UK. Kitchen helped me to really live my life. But I always had a lot of love for the mountains, and the mountains, they had a great effect for me.
Missing home, Norbert decided to return to Italy to run a kitchen in a hotel in the Dolomites. There, he would spend the next 29 years transforming the restaurant from a pizzeria to a 3-Michelin-star fine dining establishment.
I brought techniques from Tokyo, I brought techniques from US, I brought techniques from London. I brought everything what I learned around the world.
Norbert had successfully brought global cuisine to Italy, but then his focus started to shift.
They really started to talk to the guests. They said, hey, listen, why are you coming here? And the answer was always the same. We are coming here for the nature, and we are coming here for the food.
Norbert realized he had everything he needed on his doorstep. And by substituting imported ingredients with what could be found on the mountain, he could contribute to the sustainability of the planet.
You have to rethink gastronomy in a completely different way, because otherwise we are running out of products. We have to take care about nature. In 2008, I wrote Cook the Mountain, and Cook the Mountain is still today the same philosophy. We build up in 4 pillars. One pillar is we're not using any olive oil. Everybody said, hey, you are crazy. You cannot do a restaurant without olive oil in Italy. Are you nuts? I said, no, you know, I look out of the window and 1,700 meters over the sea level, there's no olive tree, so why should I use olive oil? We have to find a substitute for this. The second thing, which is very important, no citrus, was the same thing. You cannot do a Mediterranean cuisine without any citrus. I said, yes, we can. And the third pillar was we're not using any greenhouses. It's very complex because you have to think 1 year ahead. So 2/3 of the products, we preserve them. We work today with something between 400 to 500 different types of wild herbs. different types of mushrooms, different types of roots, different types of vegetables. And the fourth pillar was really, and it's still one of the most important ones, which is the no waste.
After more than 30 years as a highly decorated chef, Norbert embarked on a new adventure, opening Atelier Moessmer that encompasses his Cook the Mountain philosophy, which after just 4 months broke a world record, becoming the fastest restaurant ever to achieve 3 Michelin stars. It's also ranked in the world's best 50 and holds a green star for outstanding commitment to ethical environmental practices.
It's about food security. I want to be part of really thinking a different way, and so this is the future.
Not for 1 minute thought I would be in Italy in the mountains, cooking in one of the best restaurants in the world. Can't imagine what possibilities are around the corner in a place like this.
There's definitely going to be a lot of ingredients and styles of cooking that I'm not used to, but I like to be challenged, and that's exactly what it's going to be, a challenge.
There's so much about their philosophy of reducing waste, and I think that there's like a huge opportunity to bring so much of that into my own cooking. I'm really, really excited to roll up my sleeves and get to work.
Gentlemen, explain a little bit the philosophy of Cook the Mountain.
To help the finalists understand Norbert's philosophy, they'll be given a masterclass in how it works. Starting with a dish that epitomizes his 4 pillars, a zero-waste tartare using local freshwater fish.
We are not stopping until we use every part of the fish. So from the scales to the skin, to the meat, to the bones, to the head, everything. And the dish, what Mauro shows you now, this is what came out.
We have the fish tartare. The difference using the fishes from the lakes and the rivers is like huge. Of course, the taste, but also the flesh from the fish is really delicate. We just dress it up with a little bit of grapeseed oil, which is really important for us.
We're in Italy, and we're not using olive oil, so it's quite shocking. Then the third pillar is no citrus. And you know how much citrus you need in the kitchen to balance the dishes, so we had to find substitute for the citrus.
Local apples.
Green apple has a lot of acidity. It has to balance everything, what usually you would do with a lemon.
We mix everything up, lay them down with a ring, or with a spoon, just press it gently.
The tartare is topped with a variety of foraged mountain herbs.
But then on top we have the scales, the skin. The scales, we wash them and then we deep fry them so they're really crunchy. And also the bones and the head, we make a sauce out of it. It's like a beurre blanc. So you really used everything.
Absolutely stunning.
So this is our white fish tartare. You want to try?
Yes, please.
Normally, in most restaurants, would probably be very tempted to put a bit of citrus with that, but you're still getting them acidity notes.
The sweet sharpness from the apple, really delicious.
Norbert's second masterclass dish celebrates vegetables that flourish in the Dolomites.
Beetroot gnocchi is one of our signature dishes. It was done, I think, 2013. We wanted to recreate a beetroot garden. It's an iconic dish. We tried to take it off the menu very often, but we didn't succeed because people are still asking. So we use products which is under the soil. So it's potatoes, it's daikon, it's horseradish, and it's beetroot.
The centerpiece of the dish is potato gnocchi, flavored with beetroot juice.
We get the right thickness, which is, I think, one of the most difficult part of this dish.
Inside the gnocchi is a horseradish-infused set cream.
It's really intense, so the feeling that we're going to put inside is popping up on the mouth.
The stuffed potato gnocchi is then crafted to resemble a baby beetroot.
Whoa. Yeah. You need to close it properly. Otherwise, when you cook it, you put it in the water, it will open up if it's not closed properly.
You cook them, and then you finish with a beetroot glaze.
It looks incredible, the glaze and the shine. They do look like perfectly turned beetroots.
Then we created the soil. We have very traditional bread from this area.
Fennel seeds, cumin
Wow.
inside.
The grapes, you cannot use them in any way because they are too hard. So that's why we created the soil with this crumb.
We dust it up, so we have this
Oh, yeah.
sand consistency.
Finely ground burnt vegetables are then incorporated to replicate the color of soil.
So just mix it.
When you add the beer, it's like when you take a wet soil and you smell it. This is the effect of the beer.
We have this glaze. Now we're gonna kind of like paint the dish. We're gonna put the soil on top of it. Those are the gnocchi, nice and glazed. And we put them on top of the soil.
It's incredible how much they look like a perfectly cooked baby beetroot.
Then we finish with the daikon cream. We do 2 small canals.
It looks like it should be hanging in a gallery,
Yeah.
you know. The texture of the dough on the outside, it's soft, but it still has the bite and the chew and the sweet earthiness of the beetroot.
Horseradish, amazing. They're so beautiful.
I think such a detailed dish has got such few ingredients. It's excellent.
With an abundance of freshwater lakes and streams in the mountains, Norbert's final dish makes use of a common fish often overlooked in Western Europe.
We call it catfish and kefir. Catfish usually is not a very prestigious fish because it lives in mud, and you know also the meat has always this muddy taste. But there's some local guys, they started to farm this fish with very clean water. So now the fish changes completely.
The flesh of this fish is really beautiful. It's really firm.
We take the fillets off, then we have to make a soya sauce glaze. So obviously we're not using soya sauce coming from Japan. So I learned how to make a soya sauce out of mountain lentils.
Also, the glaze has local plum that we marinate a little bit with mountain honey and local whiskey. And then we let it like grow and ferment a little bit.
Smells amazing.
We try always to learn, to bring ideas back, to bring it here, but then using local products.
So this is a Japanese technique of cooking fish, glazing up.
The glazed catfish is delicately cooked on an open fire grill.
We are working on open fire because people from this area have always cooked on open fire. Especially when you were up in the mountains, there was no electricity, so there was just the open fire.
Then smoked using pine tree stems from the Dolomites.
And using the pine to smoke gives you a flavor of the pine.
Yes.
It's incredible.
Now we are going to dress up the plate.
To accompany the soy-glazed and pie-smoked catfish is a kefir-based yogurt which substitutes citrus.
We add the acidity of the kefir to cut off the fattiness of the fish that is like really intense.
And an oil made from grapeseed which lends itself to any flavor.
In grapeseed oil, there's no color and there's no taste. So we take the green parts of the leek, which usually we don't use, and we make an oil out of it.
The final element is a dry-aged beef heart soaked in red wine and mountain herbs
You can smell the wine in there as well.
that is finely grated over the catfish.
So it's kind of like surf and turf, using part of the offals from another animal, adding on a flavor to the catfish.
The fish is so delicate. Catfish, you normally expect a very sort of heavy, muddy flavor, but like you're saying, it's so clean.
I love soy sauce. Definitely get the smells from it, but slightly different, not just the classic soy sauce. It's very creative and clever.
What do you think about Cook the Mountain?
Fascinating, absolutely incredible.
It's such an interesting concept. I love it.
Now we are looking forward to eat some of your dishes, which are inspired by our philosophies. Mauro is going to show you where we are doing foraging, ask him questions. All the best. Have good luck.
Let's go in the forest.
Yes, chef.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
The finalists will now experience the majesty of what the Dolomites have to offer.
Wow. Look at that.
Whoa. Oh, my God.
and discover the abundance of produce in Norbert's larder.
So as you can see, while the raspberries doesn't mean that it has to go on pastry. It can be fermented, it can be preserved. We use a lot on the sauces. Over here we have oxalis. The leaves really gentle, acid. So this is something that we can use to replace, you know, no lemon, no citrus. This is a lifesaver sometimes. Yeah,
Like green apple, like the skin off a green apple.
Exactly.
Up here in the mountains, the volume's turned up on all the flavors. I'm already thinking about where I could go with it. That's amazing.
As you can see, guys, over here, we have white watercress. Have you tried this?
No, can we try now?
Yes, this is what we have to.
Oh, wow.
This is like super powerful, spicy. You cannot find like chili on the mountain, right? So this is what we use like as a spiciness.
Yeah, that's amazing. Absolutely incredible out here. There's so much that you would walk over without noticing it, and to see it all through the chef's eyes, it's fantastic.
Once you know what you're looking for, you can really see that there is stuff wherever you look. Every footstep, you find something different.
The finalists now have just 1 hour to produce a dish that shows they understand the cook the mountain philosophy, combining their forage produce with a larder of locally sourced ingredients.
Whoa. Wow, it's incredible. Things I've never seen before, you know?
For this now, you need instinct, you need taste, and you need creativity.
A bit daunting. You think you know how to cook, and then you just get thrown a curveball. No.
But it's a challenge. You have no classic ingredients. It's new, you don't know the taste, you don't know how things react when you cook them.
My brain's fried right now.
I think they have a lot of nerves, yes.
This is a big task.
You can go first.
Mark is basing his dish around a prized cold water fish found in the lakes and rivers of the Dolomites, Arctic char.
It's something I haven't really cooked with before, so I wanted to try and push myself a little bit to try something new and different. I'm going to cure it with some salt and a little bit of sugar and the mountain moss.
It's just a very, like, evergreen, mossy kind of flavor.
Alongside the moss-cured char, Mark plans to serve vegetables grown in the mountain's rich soil.
I've cooked kohlrabi like this a couple of times before. It's like steamed from the inside. And then I've just toasted some pumpkin seeds over the coals. Now I'm just breaking them down with the watercress that we picked. This watercress is really strong, so I'm hoping to make like quite a punchy little dressing.
Mark plans to highlight his understanding of Norbert's philosophy with his beurre blanc sauce, traditionally made with lemon juice.
So this is the sorrel stems that we picked earlier. Really citrusy, really fresh, really vibrant. So this will hopefully add some acidity to the dish. Definitely feeling nervous, but I want to make sure that I'm bringing something quite delicious and quite fun to the plate.
Luke is hoping to replicate an ingredient substitute he saw in the masterclass, in a dish centered around mountain mushrooms.
To be honest, I've never seen anyone make their own soy before. That's a first for me. Chef Norbert used it in the catfish dish, so hopefully I'll have like a sticky glaze. I haven't got the exact recipe. Sort of going for a similar flavor profile.
For Luke's take on the soy glaze, he's experimenting by adding preserved baby pine cones.
They've got quite an earthy taste. They do taste quite familiar, but I've never used them.
To bring citrus acidity to his creamy white wine sauce, Luke's using another of Norbert's ideas.
I've just added a little bit of the kefir to it for citrus. I hope I impress Chef Norbert, but this definitely isn't my cooking. I'm sort of going on a whim a little bit.
Gareth is attempting to reversion Norbert's fish tartare using meat.
I've got a nice piece of aged lamb here, so I'm going to do a lamb tartare. The loin I've taken off, and I've just diced it up. The leeks are on the barbecue. I want to get those nice and charred. Do a similar burnt leek oil that we were shown today to bind tartare with.
He also intends to season the lamb tartare with finely chopped, preserved leeks.
The taste is like a pack of pickled onion monster munch. It's amazing.
and fermented baby daikon.
It gives you both texture and acidity.
As Norbert used every part of the white fish in his tartare, Gareth plans to do the same with a lamb.
I want to make a lamb and wild watercress sauce. I've roasted the bones on the barbecue to get that smoky flavour, to bring it to a stock. Just trying to have zero waste.
I think that they really got the idea of what Cook the Monta is. That they've been inspired like a lot of what they've seen. And they are like also trying to change it a little bit with their style. They're not playing safe somehow, so I like them.
Mark will be first to serve with his Arctic char creation.
Very nervous, very, very nervous about serving this up. I'm just hoping it's taken on a lot of the flavors of the moss that I put through it.
He intends to bring the dish together by channeling his professional experience of cooking over flame.
So basically I get coals, and then I blow through them to basically inject heat onto the skin. I mean, it's quite a delicate way of just cooking the skin and not really affecting the flesh itself. Very happy with my kohlrabi. I've just dressed the smoked kohlrabi with a little of the strawberry preserving liquid. So this is a watercress dressing. Very challenging to come up with a dish like this in 1 hour and to have it all come together in the way that you want it to. But I think trying to take a lot of what he's shown us today in the kitchen and try and do my best with it.
So, Mark, how do you feel?
I feel like I've tried to engage with everything you've been teaching us today and bring you a lovely dish.
Mark served Arctic char in a mountain moss cure on a foraged watercress and roasted pumpkin seed dressing with kohlrabi, cooked under coals and a beurre blanc, flavored with sorrel stems.
Wow, great idea. Fish, I love it in this way. It's really nice, it's really clear. What I would have given more smoked crunchiness to the skin, because this is a little bit chewy. The combination with the beurre blanc and with sour which is really good. Acidity, a little bit of fatness of the beurre blanc is great. And the watercress, which gives a lot of freshness, is a great dish.
Thank you very much. Just can't thank you enough for bringing us into your kitchen, for sharing your knowledge. It's wonderful to see the work and the dedication and rigor that goes into that process here. Thank you very much, Chef.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Very relieved, obviously a huge pressure. Cooking with such unfamiliar ingredients in front of one of the most highly decorated three-Michelin-star chefs in the world was just fantastic, absolutely amazing.
Luke is next to serve.
I'm using a glaze, a similar glaze to what was used on the catfish dish. Obviously, mine's nowhere near as good.
Have you been used to cook with fire, Chef?
I've not cooked with fire very much, no, and this is my second time doing it.
Obviously, you know, with the open fire, you have to know how it works, with the temperature, with the timing. So it's very difficult.
I think the glaze is quite nice. It's sort of burning onto it a little bit on the barbecue, but that's sort of what I was looking for, keep layering the glaze. I'm sort of using the very dry end piece of the speck of a pancetta, but it's way firmer. Trying to use it in a similar way to Chef did with the heart, so I'm going to grate it.
You're enjoying yourself?
I feel quite nervous, to be honest, and I don't normally, but it's because it's so different to what I'm used to. I don't know if I'm onto something or whether I'm doing something completely wrong here that's not going to work at all. I'm hoping he sees the philosophy. I'm using ingredients I've never used. I'm taking inspiration from the sauce, from what I've literally just watched, the glaze, what I literally just watched, the herbs that we've literally just gone and picked. So, yeah, that's what I'm hoping he sort of sees that.
Look, welcome, wow.
So I wanted it to look like it was sort of mushrooms still growing on the forest floor.
Looks great.
Thank you.
Luke's dish is a trio of mushrooms in a lentil soy, honey, and preserved pine cone glaze, topped with speck shavings, and a creamy white wine and leek sauce, flavored with speck and kaffir, split with watercress and sorrel oil.
I loved really that you used all the mushrooms, that you play around a little bit what we are doing. Glaze with the soya sauce, a little bit too liquid, so making the glaze a little bit thicker. But otherwise, I like the sauce a lot. It's a great idea. Yeah, with the speck, it's fantastic. For 1 hour time, it's a great dish. So how do you feel using those products?
Yeah, I'm definitely starting to feel like I want to get into foraging a little bit. I quite enjoy that. It's quite a nice feeling.
Cool. All the best for you.
Thank you for your feedback.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
It was a good experience. I feel like I was on to quite a good idea. To be honest, I'd like a second shot at it. I'd like to take some of the feedback he gave me and do it again, I think.
Last to serve is Gareth,
Need to start plating.
who's ready to add his mountain flavourings to his tartare.
So that's some of the burnt leek oil that's going in. And then I've got preserved leeks and preserved baby daikon and a few of the flowering buds of the horseradish plant. But I just want to go easy with all the things I'm adding in. It has to be balanced. I don't want anything to overpower. Some wild flowers. A lot more difficult doing this when you are shaking.
How have you made the sauce?
I roasted the bones on the barbecue, made a stock.
Norbert will be happy.
I hope so. Putting a plate of food up to a three-Michelin-star chef is no mean feat. Definitely nervous, but I'm going with my head high and confident and serving my dish. Hello, chef.
Hello, Gareth. How's it going?
Yes, I think I'll be better after this has been tasted.
Gareth's dish is lamb tartare flavoured with burnt leek oil, preserved leeks, daikon and horseradish buds, topped with fennel pollen and wild flowers, served with a lamb bone leek potato and watercress sauce.
I think the plate looks really good. From meat side is good that you don't cut it too small. You have to bite a little bit of lamb and then you taste the lamb. So it's great. The flavors in the sauce is quite interesting because it's a little bit of sweetness in there. But then in the end you have the freshness, you have the little bit like the horseradish coming through from the watercress. And so it's a great balance. It's a very nice dish. Congratulations.
Thank you, chef.
I see that you really have cooked the mountain in your soul.
Thank you very much, chef. Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I feel great. It was positive feedback. He seemed to enjoy the dish. He seemed to understand where I was going with it and that I followed his philosophy of cooking the mountain. Couldn't have been happier, really.
I think the challenge went really well. They really understand the philosophy of Cook the Mountain. They were very interested, you could see it. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow.
Today has been one of the most incredible days of my career so far. Some techniques and wisdom and information here I'll take with me for the rest of my career, absolutely.
It's been a huge learning experience to get to spend some close quality time with such a high-level chef.
When you think about it and you list everything that has happened in one day, it's amazing. It's, you know, more than some chefs do in a lifetime.
It's day 2 in Brunico. And the 3 finalists are about to join Norbert's elite brigade of chefs for a once-in-a-lifetime service.
The prospect of going to cook a full service in a 3-Michelin-star restaurant is weighing over me quite heavily. I've been waking up through the night thinking about it. It's one of the biggest things any chef can aspire to do.
It's definitely a long way from being in my pub kitchen in Winchester. Based on what I've seen of the team so far, I think they're going to be very, very organised. I definitely don't want to be falling behind.
Perfection is kind of table stakes at this stage. You know, what you need is a whole other level of accuracy, artistic integrity and rigour brought to the dishes that I just hope I can get close to achieving.
Today, you will be in charge of 2 dishes.
Luke will be responsible for the fish tartare from Norbert's masterclass. but will also have the challenge of making the restaurant's version of an Italian staple, which celebrates one of the Dolomites' most prominent species.
Following up our philosophy of cook the mountain is a risotto we made with a buttermilk infused with some pine trees. Full of trees all around here, all pines.
To further enhance the flavor, a pine needle butter is incorporated.
You add slowly the butter, so you get the green color in.
It's really powerful, so it has to be balanced really well. Risotto must be al dente. When you bite it, you can still feel the crunchiness.
That's almost the finished consistency then.
Exactly.
Okay.
Then you have to add some cheese, so to make it creamy.
The grey cheese cream is made from the milk of mountain grazing cows, once a wasted resource due to their remote location.
One of the lowest fat cheeses in the world.
The final garnish is a smoked fish roe.
Not that much, not too strong, otherwise it will cover up all the delicate taste from the risotto.
And a pine oil.
Definitely see it fits in with all the style that we've shown yesterday.
Look, are you fine with your dishes, with the risotto and also with the tartare?
I hope so.
So,
You look pretty confident.
you give your best and you will do fine.
It's going to be a challenge because it takes 20 minutes to cook. If I cook it incorrectly and it's time to come up, there's going to be a big problem. I wouldn't cook it to order from raw in my restaurant.
Luke's first job is to tackle the risotto's unique flavoring.
This is the pine I'm preparing for the oil in the risotto. We need 200 grams of just the needles. I only really ever use pine in smoking, not in eating. I think the pine around here is a lot better than it is at home.
Mark is busy prepping beetroot for Chef's garden-inspired starter.
I'm just going to get these peeled and broken down to start making my beetroot reduction. My horseradish cream is simmering for the filling, and then my potatoes are cooking for the actual gnocchi dough.
He also needs to perfect a main dish that centers around Norbert's no-waste philosophy, using a lesser-known cut of beef, the diaphragm.
We are not buying the parts, we are buying the whole animal. I'm thinking what I'm going to do with the rest. So we had to learn to work all the interiors. We had to learn all the not so expensive parts.
The beef diaphragm, you need to add burn leek oil before you're cooking it. So the nice flavor, the caramelization will just help.
Temperature, if you cook it too hard, then it's getting really tough. Then it's like a soul of the shoe.
It's really delicate, doesn't need much to cook. Flip it over many times.
Before it finishes cooking, the beef must be seasoned in a beer and smoked hay rub.
We want, you know, the nice smoky flavor from it, but not like to be overpowerful. Then she will give the last time on the fire. Only thing that you need really to consider is the timing over here. And then after we carve it straight away. Not too thick, not too thin.
The plating starts with a smoked leek and shallot pesto,
Just a spoon in the middle.
and a yogurt and fermented barley sauce for citrus.
We don't want it like too hot, not too cold. The bitterness, really important when you make the cream. This is the beef diaphragm.
It was absolutely beautiful. Incredible to see fire used with such a delicate touch with that little diaphragm to get that like perfume of smoke through. It's absolutely fascinating.
Mr. Open Fire.
Yeah.
You got the right dish for you, right?
Absolutely.
Are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Have a great service.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you.
Good.
Mark now has a lot to juggle.
Yeah, a lot of prep to do.
The beetroot gnocchi for the first course needs to be made.
Nearly forgot the beetroot, so wouldn't have gotten far without that.
On top of this, he also needs to tackle the horseradish filling
We've got to make sure it's all exact in each of the little molds.
and make a smoked leek and shallot pesto for the beef dish.
All new techniques and everything, so full on. Not a lot of time to do it.
Gareth, for the first time, is tackling the catfish
I don't even know where to begin with this.
to create Norbert's third masterclass dish.
It's a different shaped fish, you know, and the skin's very thick, but just trying to follow the bones, trying not to waste any meat.
But he'll be finishing off the meal with a unique take on the famous Italian dessert, affogato.
Well, affogato, you know, is one of the classic things in Italy. Normally, you do it with vanilla ice cream and with an espresso on the top. But this is made out of lupini. It's a grain from this area.
It's one of the only products that you can get coffee out of it.
Lupini was a substitute for the coffee in the old days. It was too expensive for the people here because people were poor, so that's why they used lupini. Very simple ingredient, but it's a lot of different techniques.
During service, Gareth's trickiest challenge will be to plate 4 lupini elements, beginning with a crumble.
It's about reusing the grain, not creating any waste. This is the mindset to use things up to 100%.
To follow is a lupini powder, which Gareth will need to grind down to a fine consistency.
It's coming through.
Yeah, it smells like toasted coffee beans.
Toasted coffee beans, right.
Another part we create an ice cream from.
You see the consistency. You just mix it to make it creamy a little bit. In the center, you press down a little bit.
It made the rocher look very easy.
We do a lupini infusion. We reduce it until it gets a glaze.
I've never seen anything like it.
The dish is finished with a burnt Italian meringue sauce.
You burn the meringue and then it gets used to make the sauce.
Yeah, so you give this nice creamy and nutty taste.
Amazing. It tastes just like a affogato. You get the bitterness and the sweetness and the creaminess, all the elements are there. It's a huge challenge and a big responsibility. I don't want to be the one who lets the team down. I'm going to make them proud.
There's 30 minutes until service. And Luke is filleting the fish for his tartare dish.
The most delicate fish I've ever worked with. The flesh on it, you just touch it and it will just turn to mush in your fingers. Made quite a mess of that one.
For a freshwater fish, try to touch less as you can the flesh.
Silly job, isn't it? It's like about 500 bones in this one fillet, I think. They're like so small, I can't even feel them through the gloves. I tell you what, I won't be putting freshwater fish on my menu anytime soon. Too many bones.
Mark now faces the daunting challenge of creating 45 gnocchi that must all perfectly resemble a baby beetroot.
Putting the little horseradish cream inside the dough, you have to move very quickly or else the filling starts to melt. Bit of a challenge, but just going through each one by one to make sure they're exactly what they need to be.
I think you're doing really well. Just like be a little bit faster because otherwise it's gonna be soggy all the dough. And when you're gonna put them inside the boiling water, you will see the gnocchi disappear inside the water.
Right.
Gareth's also got his hands full.
Of all of the jobs that I had on the list, this wasn't the one that I thought was going to take the most amount of time, but like solid.
As well as having to grate enough beef heart for the catfish garnish, he's also got 4 lupini elements to manage.
It's infused in the ice cream. So this is going to be used for the gel that sits on top of the ice cream at the end. This is an infusion that's very precise. The water has to be 93 degrees. Really clever the way they're using the lupini beans in all these different ways.
Adding to his workload is the dish's burnt meringue sauce.
Do it as fast as you can, otherwise the temperature will drop down.
The meringue goes in the thermo with sunflower seeds and milk. The thought that goes behind every single element is amazing.
With service fast approaching, the guests arrive.
What an incredible location for our 3 finalists to come and learn from a 3-Michelin-star chef. This is an opportunity of a lifetime.
This is no time now to drop the baton. This is serious. Our chefs have got to take on Chef Norbert's philosophy. The importance of the mountains, the way he tells that story through his food.
There's no doubt about it, I think they are feeling pretty nervous. But they're going to have to put that behind them, focus on the dishes and really deliver.
While the guests settle, Luke is preparing himself for the fish tartare dish.
I'm just frying off the fish scales that I dehydrated, ready for service. So they've got real nice texture and crunch.
But he's struggling with the freshwater fish's delicate consistency.
If I pushed the back of my spoon against it, it would just turn to, like, you know, mush. So you want to obviously keep the bite and the texture in there for when the guests are eating it.
Are you happy with that?
Are you happy with it?
I'm asking you.
I think so. I think that's how it's supposed to be, yes.
So now it's time to plate.
I think plating is going to be a long dish to plate with all the fine elements. I think it's just got to be so precise.
Make sure that you go all around the edges, press it down properly, but not too much.
Everything's got to be perfectly flat and round up to the edge.
This one you can see straight away. There is like much more tartare on this side that we need to do again.
Not all the other ones, it's just this one I'm struggling with.
Now we have to hurry up a little bit because people are already waiting.
Yes, chef.
Time against him. Luke still has the challenge of carefully dressing the tartare with 5 mountain garnishes.
Go maximum 8 pieces each.
I'm getting the hang of it. I just think with these sort of dishes, they take a lot of practice, a lot of time.
How much time do you need?
I just need to put the scales on now, chef.
Push, push.
3.
Time is getting closer, service is getting closer. Go, go, full, full. Go, 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 full.
All good? Are you happy with it?
I'm happy with it, chef.
Okay, service.
Hope chef's happy with the dishes that I've put out so far. It's very intricate, takes a long time to plate up, and they've got a very specific way they want it to look.
Was a scary bit just before service.
Mark is getting ready.
You're just looking for the right amount of beer to the powder to kind of clump it together to make it look like earth.
For the beetroot gnocchi dish.
Very excited to get them all blanched and glazed.
You can put all in one basket?
Yeah.
Move them gently, like this, so they're not gonna get
Stuck.
stuck.
They look incredible. They're such an interesting preparation. I've never seen anything like this before. It's fascinating.
But at every stage, Mark's timing will be crucial.
Got to keep the pan moving because they start to stick very easily. In seconds, they start to catch as the sauce reduces.
Now we dress the blade, and then we go.
Yeah, chef.
He needs to quickly master the plating before the beetroot gnocchi cool down and lose their liquid horseradish center.
You are like a painter, huh?
Like a painter, not a painter.
Just be careful if it goes all around with a brush. Just put them inside and on a line. You must have to try one to see if nice, hot, and liquid. Hot.
Beautiful.
They look great.
Thank you, chef.
For the next table, we need to do the same, but just faster.
Yes.
Okay, service.
Yes, first table down. Very real. Starting to feel it.
Gareth now needs to master the Japanese technique of cooking the lentil soy glazed catfish over the intense charcoal grill.
There's so much work that's gone into it, you know. You want to look after it and take care with it.
Be careful when you cook it. The glaze doesn't have to caramelize that much. We don't want the bitter taste.
They've come out to rest, they've been glazed again. Then we're going to put them back on the heat, but with pine smoke. Well, they look good to me.
I think that you might need more than that.
A little bit more. Yes, chef.
Put the skewer in, you can feel the temperature was like not enough cooked, and also it's like still a little bit chewy inside, so it means that it's raw.
Now running late,
It's nothing like the barbecue at home.
it's crucial Gareth makes no more errors.
How long for the next dish?
1 minute for the 3 top, and then a 5 top will be 2 minutes after that.
Take out the skewers,
Yeah.
a little bit of garlic oil, salt, and then the heart on top. Need to be really fast, otherwise the temperature will drop down. Now come to the pass with the tray.
But you have to go faster because otherwise the fish is cold, so.
Yes, chef.
Service.
Get ready with the other catfish, please.
The chef. First fish, there was one part was done, the other part was not done. And you have one fish cold, the other fish is warm. The difficult part, you know, because we have to have everything just in time.
I need to find the rhythm.
Now we have to push, okay, because otherwise the service gets too long.
On the fish starter, Luke's still trying to balance speed with the meticulous plating.
Just be careful on this. See, the scales are out of the tartar.
Just one of the scales was like around the edge a little bit there. One of them jobs you can't, you try and do it fast, but you know, that does take time, this plating.
It's not so easy.
Ready, chef?
This looks good.
Thank you, chef.
Good job, good job.
Started off a little bit slow, but I definitely started to speed up. First service in this kitchen, you know. I'm feeling good.
I imagine Luke was stressed in trying to plate this dish because it's so delicate.
All of the fish is being used. Tartar's a lovely herbal note that just sings in the background. Beautifully seasoned.
We've got the little pickled elderflower berries, the little garlic flowers, so delicate. There's citrus notes from apple. Fantastic.
The sauce, I think, is wonderful. And those little crispy scales. I mean, how have they stayed crisp under that sauce? Nothing about this dish is missing any citrus or olive oil and all those flavours that you associate with the tartar. I think it's very, very clever.
Back in the kitchen, Mark is overrun with beetroot orders.
Keep like glazing them. Can you keep moving them?
And he's struggling with the pace.
We do the plating together
Yes.
here. So you do this.
Yes, chef.
There's a lot of things to do. You know, do this in, understand this in 2 days, 3 days. It's not so easy.
Backs. Hot. Beetroots.
We did this for 400 people, so it was fun.
Yeah, I'm sure.
The last one, come on.
Service? Thank you very much. Thank you, chef.
Thank you.
Now back to work.
He did a good job, you know, but this needs a lot of hands to plate because you have a lot of thingy things and everything has to be done just on time. So he was a little bit nervous, but no, he went out well.
It's a piece of art. It literally is a picture on a plate. Wow. I've never had gnocchi with a liquid centre before. It's earthy, but light, full of big, spicy horseradish flavour and that little soil. This will have no doubt pushed Mark to the maximum.
I love the daikon cream. Again, it's another kind of earthy tone.
The fact that they've formed the gnocchi to look like beetroot and the story of it coming through the soil. I'm so impressed for Mark.
Gareth
I'm getting there.
is still trying to get to grips with the cooking of the catfish on the charcoal grill.
Make sure that the glaze goes all over the fish, please.
Yes, chef.
Cooking is okay.
Yeah, it's nice. A nice way to cook. Caramelization,
Okay.
and then let them rest, and then bring the smoke and the flavor and to service.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Spread them out. Salt, oil, beef heart.
Wait.
Really want to serve like hot fish, not.
Yeah, chef.
Let's go on the pass.
Service. It took me a little while to sort of get into the flow of it and understand cooking on the fire. But yeah, I was happy I got the plates out. I think it wouldn't be going out the kitchen if it wasn't good enough. So yeah, I'm happy.
Oh, wow. That is really good.
The catfish is quite meaty. I love the lentil soy glaze over it. And of course, finished with smoky flavors of a leek oil. Delicious.
I've never eaten catfish before, and I have to say, this is incredible. It's earthy in a sense, as it's big in flavour, and then just putting the grating of the heart is on top. It's almost sort of like the best truffle you'd ever eat.
I love the acidity from that yoghurt and the kefir. This is my favourite dish so far. I think this is wonderful, and I think Gareth has done a brilliant job.
It's halfway through service, and Luke is working multiple orders of his pine tree risotto.
They're all on different timings, trying to check the bite on the rice and the seasoning and the temperatures are up and down. Quite a lot to keep your eye on.
How long do you have for the risotto?
6 minutes, so it still needs a little longer.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Mark has moved across to the charcoal grill.
So we go with a 4 diaphragm, then we follow by a 4.
In an effort to master the cooking of the beef diaphragm.
Keeping it moving constantly so you never get like too much heat from any one direction.
You have to be very careful. When you overcook it, then it's completely done.
Gareth is now faced with the pressure of plating the lupini dessert.
So, let me see your shaking hand.
Hopefully at the end of this, you will be shaking my hand, chef. Straight on the top, yeah. And dimple.
Here we go. Yes. Just like goes.
Almost. That was my practice show.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's always something that I've struggled with doing a rocher. It's like a real skill.
Luke is also feeling the pressure. In a race to serve, his timings are off on the risotto.
Tastes good, but it's a bit too loose. Just like cream it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Take out a bit of liquid. Mix it, mix it.
Keep pushing, keep pushing. If you don't push now, you're gonna fall down. Eh?
Just tasting it now. More salt, yeah. I don't want to.
We have to say, you have to say it. So what goes on? The cheese goes on?
The cheese.
What else?
Oil and the
So
smoked.
try it all together, then you can say, okay, this is good or this is not good. Let's go. If you're happy, let's go.
A little bit more here.
Yes, chef.
Go with the cheese.
Cream.
Are you enjoying yourself or are you sweating yourself?
I'm enjoying it. It's a different sort of service to what I'm used to, but that's the whole point of the experience, right? Service, please.
You've done a great job.
Thank you very much for letting us in and teaching us some new styles and new dishes and, yeah, just handing over your restaurant and your kitchen to us. It's been an honour.
So you want to join the brigade here?
Yes, chef. I don't know if my wife will be happy. But...
Okay.
It's almost unrecognisable to the sort of cooking that I'm used to doing. I think I did okay. Hopefully it was up to Chef Norbert's standards and the guests as well.
This is a risotto with a serious point of difference, with quite unusual ingredients. And the rice has got bite, but the buttermilk, it's sharp and it's lighter. It's not as rich, it's not as heavy. Of course, the pine flavour running through as well.
We have the green from the pine oil. We have sort of creaminess that you would expect of the risotto, but with buttermilk.
This is like no risotto I've ever eaten. There's flavours of risotto that are always kind of in associations, you know, good stock, bit of acidity. We've got those flavours, but in different forms. We've got the buttermilk for acidity. We've got that cheese as well. It's all very interesting.
After struggling earlier with the pace of service, Mark is more at home with the beef dish.
The beef looks good. He got like a few different pieces, so he was like able also to cook them in the right way.
30 seconds.
This one in the middle of the plate. Use 2 spoons, it's gonna be easier for you. Adding the cream on top, and then the beef.
You don't have to shake. Come on. It's all good.
I like to
it's all
shake.
Good.
It helps my.
Oh, you like to shake?
Helps my nerves.
So shake it, baby.
Service. I've had such a great time. Just learned so much. I can't thank you and your team enough.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So,
It's been amazing. Thank you, chef.
Thanks a lot.
I've taken more from this experience than I ever thought I would. Hugely, hugely inspirational. It's not often I get to serve alongside a 3-Michelin-star chef in the 20th best restaurant in the world.
This is really clever because in another form, you could imagine a big hanger steak which has been barbecued, got a bit of a rub on it, but this is super refined.
Beef has got real big strength through it. It's beautifully cooked. It's soft, it's juicy and flavoursome.
Mark's passion is to cook on a barbecue, but at this level, it's just added another notch to Mark's belt.
For Gareth,
Whenever you're ready, 4 persons.
4 top sweet.
it's the last chance to prove he's nailed the plating.
Warm it up a little bit. It's way better. Not much? Okay, better and better.
Yeah, I get it.
We put a little bit extra love in this one.
I couldn't possibly fit any more love into it, Chef. I've put love into everything. Service, please.
What do you think about the idea of Cook the Mountain?
I love it. I really appreciate all the values and the thought and the love and passion that you have for everything. I think it's great.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. I don't want to go home now. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's something I have to do the next couple of days, but...
These lupin beans taste of coffee. So clever. And the meringue that's been burnt and then put through the sauce, that's got a slight bitterness to it.
Affogato, one of my favourite desserts. It's so intense. That coffee flavour without being coffee. So this has blown me away.
It's quite extraordinary. This is cookery, but this is cookery with a point of difference.
I can only imagine how excited Gareth would have been learning this. What an experience.
Thank you, guys. It was like really amazing to have you here. I really hope that you are taking with you something of the experience that you had here.
All the best for the finals. Maybe you add some new ways of thinking from Cook the Mountain in your dishes. Best luck to you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I can honestly say that was one of the best things I've ever done. It's been one of the most eye-opening, inspiring experiences. I've loved it from beginning to end.
Norbert is a culinary genius, and it shows in what he's doing. And it's given me a lot to think about, and hopefully try and put a little bit of what I've learned into some of my own cooking.
What a journey. Giving our three chefs the opportunity to do something very different, quite unique, and work with somebody very, very special.
If they can bring back just 1 ounce, 1 smidgen of the knowledge that these guys have shown them, then I think we're in for a real treat in this final.
I think all three of us are just really excited to get in there and to show our last final dishes and to end this life-changing experience on a high.
Next time, it's the final of MasterChef The Professionals.
Yeah, I can feel it in the air. It's going to be a big cook for all of us.
This is very intense. It's going to be a struggle to get everything done.
Whatever you do, don't panic.
Give him the trophy now.
You are doing something quite special.
Wow. I'm struggling to find fault here.